I'm just, oh, here we go. It's
Aha!
on. Kartika, you know what? Your presence, your energy is just really nurturing. I want to just for even then, just sharing that, like, there's no rush. Because when you're on this platform of, is it StreamYard, literally brand new, and Kartika's been very patient with me setting this platform up. I'm so grateful. So my name's Tony Rolly-Shashu. I've got the incredible Kartika from Expand Love. She's really just rocking it with interviews and sharing her message on Instagram predominantly. And it's so refreshing to see, Kartika, you sharing this lifestyle, fruitarianism, how we can, really vibrate at higher, vibration. But you really are focused on the 21 days, losing 10 kilograms in 21 days, which I love, but it's so much more than that. But what a great start for those that want to lose some weight in a good amount of time, which is sustainable in my eyes. 21 days, it's a tangible goal, and it's really nice to see you have something clear to offer. So I want to share and ask you about that, but also let's talk about your journey first, journey of this discovery, but also your path to fruitarianism. So welcome.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Tony. Thank you so much. I resonate deeply with your energy and who you are, and I can see, like, the way you're spreading light and your work, and also the stuff that you would mentioned before with me about like dogs, how you're helping them. So thank you so much, first of all, for everything that you do, for inviting me on this platform, and also for the community that you are sharing it with. I would love to start this live with like lots of love and energy for you and for everyone who's listening and will be listening later as well. The question that you asked me is that how is it that I came on this journey? Um, well, I think what I was really looking for was feeling amazing, both in my body as well as in my mind. And I think as I started eating raw living foods, I saw a huge transformation both in my body as well as in my mind. And just this life force that we receive from the food is the direction. I think it was like it just matched with my inner calling, and I always kept getting this answer that this is the path. And just I know that feeling good is essential to anything. And as I kept eating this kind of food, starting with really eating lots of fruits till evening, and then having a cooked meal for around a month, and then moving into slowly a juice fast for 60 days, and then becoming a raw vegan completely was the beginning. And then I kept eating this way, with, of course, sometimes I would have some cravings, and would tend to eat like cooked food, but that was a good reminder that it's not something that I want to, because every time I ate it I felt dense. So I did that for a little bit, and it not really little bit, for 1.5 years. In the beginning I was eating a little bit of cooked food, but that went away as well. And then I became a fruitarian, wherein I also left salt completely. And I have been experimenting. In between, I was only eating sweet fruits mostly, but I think we need all kinds of varieties of fruits. And that's where I am right now. I mostly eat fruits, and these fruits have seeds, like, for example, the dragon fruit has seeds, and I uh, so basically I am consuming seeds in that form as well right now, but I don't go out and like pick out a seed or a nut, eat it mostly. Yeah, and I do like greens once in a while as well. And I think that it's completely up to the person what to include or not include as they are feeling in the journey, because there were times when I also included more fat. And yeah, I like to take it with my intuition and what I'm receiving from my inner self. But all in all, raw foods are amazing, and they have completely transformed my body, healing me of PCOD, of skin, lots of skin problems that I had, and now my skin has is just, it's glowing, so that is a huge transformation. And it's just the proof of the pudding,
Yeah.
so and also I healed. I had lots of teeth issues, so people think that teeth get worse on raw vegan diet, but I healed a lot of teeth issues in my body. And my gums were inflamed before all of that is gone. I had piles problem, which is completely gone from my body as well. I think we do need fasting also, so I do include fasting for my health as well. Today maybe I will do a water fast. It also is very much in tune with what my body feels, not focusing too much on detox, but making sure that I'm eating well also in the journey. And yeah, I think it's one of the most empowering things that I've done for myself. It brings me a lot of sense of ease, of health, and just like really deep connection with my body and with my inner self. I think that's the most beautiful part. Like when I sit in meditation, I just drop in my consciousness, and it helps me radiate more compassion for myself and for other people as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's been a great journey.
Yeah, and it seems a very quick journey, but especially comparison into my journey, it took me many years. I never even thought I would even be raw vegan. But so for you, was it a gradual process, even from cutting out, going from the standard to, was it a step by step, or was it from a standard diet straight to fruit until dinner and then a cooked? So what was that journey like?
So I was born in a vegetarian family, and I never have eaten meat. So 8 years before, I became a vegan for animals, but I was not eating healthy food. And so of course, I could feel it. I didn't have a concept of healthy food. Like, I did not know, because it is like that. It's confusing. Like, is tofu good? Am I cooking the food? It's okay, because it's not okay. So there was this confusion in my head. I was always trying to be healthy, so I was consuming um, fruits a lot in my life, always. But I didn't feel good. I was living in a polluted city, and along with food like fresh air, clean water, just following our purpose, feeling love, community, purpose, connection, exercise, everything is so, so important. And I think the most vital thing that was missing in my life was fresh air, as I was living in Hanoi in Vietnam. And I was not feeling good. Like mentally, I was doing so much inner work, but it was just, there was something that was not quite right. I always knew it. And with my body as well, I felt the same thing. And in December 2018, at the eve of Christmas, I was hospitalized, and the doctor told me that I might not move to the next year. And it was an infection in the body. So basically, the toxicity had gone up so much. And that was the wake up call for me, basically, for this transformation. And at that time, I tried 3 days of water fasting, because, of course, the antibiotics were not helping me so much. And I also was doing the subconscious mind reprogramming work on myself. And yeah, and then I was out of the hospital. The doctors told me I would have to stay for like 15 days. I was out in probably 7 days, and I recovered really fast from it because of the fasting. And then I woke up to the idea that, whoa, you know, this has like food and body has some relation. I did not I was like, how to be healthy, how to be healthy, but I was just like in my head. And I think this is what raw food does, that it takes you out of the head. And so it was quick after that, because I was really, really ready, and I was looking for answers, and I found a coach who was raw vegan for many years. And he just told me, like, I went to the community, and then I was just living with them, and they were eating raw foods all day long, and a cooked meal of oil free cooked meal. So I just did that, and it felt so right, it felt so correct. And then I watched this documentary, Fat Sick and Nearly Dead, and I was like, I want to clean up my body. I really want to, like, inner calling. So then I did a 60 days juice fast, and it was when I started my YouTube channel, because my creative energy started to flow. And I was like, creatively so blocked before this, but when I did the fast, I just, everything started flowing. I felt this life force for the first time in my life, I would say. It's and right now I even feel healthier than I felt as I was a child, I think. So this
Yeah.
yeah, it was very quick for me.
Wow.
And yeah, and then after the fast I was just like, I want to be a raw vegan. So with some setbacks, like, well, wouldn't call it setback, but part of the journey, I was eating a little bit of cooked food sometimes when I would be like confused, is this the right thing to do? Why am I doing this to myself, in the moments of detox or something? And yeah, so it was quite fast. But yeah, and it's been 4 years now that I've been on the journey. And I think the best part has been also eating majority of fruits and not eating salt. I think that those two things have been very empowering.
Wow, there's lots to unpack there, and I really want to get into some unpacking. Amazing. So I can really resonate with the juice cleanse. Like you did 60 days. Wow, I did 40. I've done two. I did a 40 and a 30 days. Like I think it was a space of 10 months in between, a year max. And that, like, completely agree with that. When you're feeling lost or a little bit confused and maybe in a dark place, actually a juice cleanse, depending on where you're at in your diet, because for some, especially coming from a standard diet, I probably wouldn't recommend a juice cleanse. It's part of, cleaning out first, but some maybe feel different. But for me, it was a gradual. I really wanted to do a juice cleanse, but I could never get quite round to doing it. But when I went into a deep state of, I would say, a low grade depression, I was like, this is what it was. It was when COVID 2020, it really hit me. Split up with my boyfriend at the time, and I was like, I need some clarity. I need to dig deep, and I also want to work on my health more, get deeper. And as you evolve on this path, it's a natural progression to do these cleanses. So I can really resonate with that 60-day juice cleanse. Absolutely incredible. Did you have any like strong detox symptoms, any emotional, physical, when you did that juice cleanse?
Well, at the end of the fast, I did feel that my hemorrhoids were like, kind of like healing. So they were becoming bigger. And that was the time when I went to the doctor, and they told, I did not even know that I had this issue. It was not so, like, it was very in the first stage, you could say. So then the doctors were like, oh, you have to cut it out. And I was like, no, this is not happening. So that is when, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm cutting out a little bit, but I can hear you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Okay. And then I decided to slowly break the fast, and I started eating. I think that was the most biggest detox that I felt in the fast. That was the
Wow.
only thing. But I have done after that 21 days also. And at that time, I had a little bit, I was actually recovering from a detox, you could say. So in some ways, actually, it reduced my detox symptoms. A little bit of back pain and a little bit of teeth pain. But yeah, these were during the juice fast. These are the things that I have experienced. And I just recently also did a 10 days juice fast, and in that I felt really strong and healthy. Yeah.
Wow. That just shows when you're not really getting the detox, and it can fluctuate, to be honest. I've seen others experience here, because I can see I can see it's cutting out a little bit. Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
I can hear you, but it was cutting out. I think my internet is pretty decent. Is it okay
Yours is
now?
good. I think it's mine. I'm just checking on the Facebook how it's looking on Facebook. I think I'm cutting out a little bit. Okay, but it seems like I need to check on my internet. But let's see how we go. Okay, let me just double check that. with detox and people, this is why people stop when the it gets tough and challenging. I feel I had a lot more emotional detox, a lot of releasing of old patterns, all these traumas that was, I started to connect more. Like, it was like a psychedelic feeling. Did you experience any of that? Like a psychedelic experience? I felt like it was very intense at times.
Yeah. Well, I would say that like living on raw food diet is almost like microdosing. I always feel that. And I do feel heightened sense of awareness when I am on any kind of fast, for sure. Yeah. But it
So
was
you,
it was not such a big emotional this thing, because I think I had already worked a lot on my emotional, health and like traumas before being a raw vegan. For a long time I was like working on this uh, aspect of self love, and really, like, I had a lot of traumas that had come up already. So my journey actually started from being in a space of severe anxiety and depression, and moving into self love, doing a lot of emotional and mental work, and then moving into raw food. So that's why probably like the emotional aspect of my body was like much more easy when I did the juice fast.
yeah. Thank you. I was there. I could hear you. It's just cutting out on my end. So I think yours internet's stronger than mine. So I'll let you continue to expand if I'm not there.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've done a lot of work, and that's why I really resonate with you as well, with the self-development, the self-love, because this is part of this fulfillment of life. Diets plays a big part, but including that with a self-love practice,
Tony,
yes.
you're cutting out a little bit. So can
Oh,
you hear me properly? Is my internet going pretty good?
yours
I could also.
yours is great. You keep going. If I'm cutting out, you just keep sharing. I do want to go into what you offer now as a coach through your experience and your knowledge. If you could expand on this, losing, you're helping women lose that 10 kilograms, because sometimes, the last 10K is the hardest for most.
Yeah.
So could you
I
tell us a
think.
little bit more on your coaching of that in 21 days?
Yes, yes. So I would love to. I'm not sure if I got all of you, because there was a little bit of a break, but I would love to share about my coaching, what I do with people, how I work with them. So it's the program that I offer is of losing weight in 21 days, 10 kgs, for people who are like really ready to do it and they want to jump on the journey. And how I usually work is I do transitional diet, a little bit of juice fasting, and then again putting them on the diet that they can follow. And usually what people like to do is go for a 3-month journey, so that they can really ground in what they have received, and they can also go on like longer transitional periods and longer juice fasts, and then learning more about their body, cleaning the cells, going for deeper foundational work in their cells as well as in their well-being. So I work with food, of course, and also I work with the mind, because I think it's super important for us to shift our identity and our inner self and be in a space of acceptance and the new that is coming, the new life that is coming, to be able to receive it, it requires a huge mental shift. So I work on both aspects with people, working on the food deeply as well as working on the mind. And if people want to lose weight fast, they can like really do it in 21 days and then keep losing, or they can also take the slower you know path of doing it slowly with longer transitional diets and then longer juice fasts, or like fruit fasting, raw vegan food. And I include 80-10-10 diet, and also focus that some people, as you yourself, Tony, was not ready to be a raw vegan or a fruitarian instantly, or maybe they don't even want to be. So I focused on making sure that with a whole food plant-based diet with a lot of high raw foods, people can at least do that transitional step for themselves. And I think people can be really healthy even on that. So, and starting from there is a super move for people. So really taking them from where they are and not jumping them into a yo-yo diet, but transitionally moving them into a plant-based diet. And yeah.
Yeah, I'm checking. My internet's very weak at the moment. Oh, sorry.
Can you hear me properly though? Could you follow?
I can. I did check to see if we're still going on the platforms, and it seems that you're still going. Yeah, just me.
I think your audio is going, but your video probably is not going.
Okay.
How would you like to do it? If you want to restart, I'm open to that. Or if you want me to continue, I can do that also.
And then what I'll do for the future is connect the router directly. I think that's moving forward. But let's see. If you want to conclude, and then if we'll bring you back on the channel, because I'd love to speak to you more, and hopefully many can find out more about you through your platforms, and I'll definitely be sharing that in the information. But it's on Expand Love on Instagram, Kartika, who's amazing. But yeah, if you want to still continue, and then we'll see how we go. I'll keep checking the platforms.
Yeah, you can take a call, Tony. I'm very open to anything and everything that you suggest is the best.
Minutes, and if not, we'll bring you back. We'll bring you back on when my internet's much more stable.
Yeah, sure. I'm open to that idea. I think what we can do is today we can just conclude in like 5-10 minutes, and it would be nice to have you as well, and then we can do a part 2.
Yes, I'd love that. Yeah.
Perfect. So I can just share like where I am. People can find me on YouTube, on Expand Love, and on Instagram also expand.love. And then from there they can go to my page, which is www.expandlove.online, but it's there on the Instagram, and they can find me over there. And we would love to come back. Yes,
we'll definitely, and we'll do some Insta lives as well. We're going to figure out how we can make sure this is part of technology. I accept that, but at least I get to have you on, and it's live. It happens. So hopefully for those that have been following me, you know about Kartika now, and you want more information. She's beautiful, inspiring. Definitely go and check her out. Expand Love on Instagram. And also, if you want to come back for future.
Oh, I lost you.
Okay, we'll leave it there, but thank you so much.
Thank you. Love you all. Love you, Tony. Thank you.
Thank you.